Hereditary.
Can we pray before we talk about this movie?
We might as well, because there's 3 movies I kind of regret watching in my life.
well, hold on.
Requiem for a Dream, Pitch Perfect 3, and this.
So first of all, I have told Paul to watch this movie for the longest time.
Yeah.
It wrecked me, and I love this type of scary movie, this type of horror. I don't like the slashing and the this. It's what I love, because it is the same people who did The Witch. So
and
the writer,
the studio A24. If you're familiar with that, they do some weird shit.
Hereditary. It is hellishly.
I don't know where to begin with this. If you've seen this, you understand why we're struggling to get through this.
Give them the story. What is going on in this movie?
Okay, so
since you're fresh in your mind.
Just watched it last night. I'm doing this for our film Fright Fest. There's a family, and there's a little girl and a son and a mom and a dad, and they each are kind of in their own little world. And then there's a tragedy that hits. His son is high, and he hits a. Hang on, sorry, just that part. It's pretty scarring. The daughter has like her head out the window, and the son like veers off and like accidentally clips the pole, and her head is gone. And he just goes. He doesn't know what to do, and he goes home. I don't know why I don't know. It's just like he goes home and does nothing about it, and that's what I think screwed up everything in this movie.
Okay,
his indecision to say anything. What the frick?
Okay, so this movie, this might be a little longer than we wanted. This movie is about a family who is in a cult, and this cult let people.
They don't know they're in a cult.
They don't know yet, but the grandma is the most key important in which he left out. The grandma is the queen of this cult, who is possessed by a demon. This cult allows demons to enter the body to possess them. It's a very, very weird people. And
very dark.
Very dark. So what happened is the grandmother is the queen. She needs the king, who is a payment. What's his name? Payment. Who is one of the 8 kings of hell, as they described it in the pagan's history. And so she's trying to have her daughter, son, and let the payment, or did I say it right? Anyway, to possess his body so that he can come to Earth and live with her. And
this doesn't all like come together until like the very end. And so what happens is like the mother is summoning the spirit of the daughter because she wants to communicate with her. Yeah. Instead,
she was tricked into doing that.
Instead, inviting this evil spirit, and he starts trying to possess the father and eventually the mother, and then eventually get to the male host, which he needs, and then succeeds. And then you see all the cult members, and you realize that sucks. The devil is real, and he's in their lives now. Well, everybody's dead. Except he's dead too, actually. Like, you see his spirit leave.
Yeah, and not the funny thing, but the spirit that possesses the daughter was actually Payman.
Okay.
Yeah, and he lived in the because the daughter didn't want the son to be close to the grandma, and so they kind of shut him off until she has the daughter, and so she kind of like let her in with the daughter because the mom kind of like got this feeling that the son is not something that she wants to be around. Let's talk about probably the crazy ending of this movie. Everything is led up to the ending. You get clues and Easter eggs of what's going on. This is, if you watch this movie, the beginning of the movie, when they pan into that room, it says it all. This is about the son's character like coming out of age. I don't know, kind of like, this is his story, and this is how it's going to end. That he's going to end up alone, and that he's going to end up dying and being possessed. It's all there in the beginning. What happened in the end, Paul? Tell us. He
ends up... Well, okay, so I guess the mother who's possessed by Payman...
Should we watch this right now?
No, not at all. She cuts off her own head, scares the crap out of him.
In the air.
In the air. She's got like a string or something, chopping up... This is very graphic. I'm sorry. But like, chopping her own head off, and then falls to the ground, scaring him, and he sends it outside, killing himself on accident. and you see his spirit leave, and then you see like throughout the movie you see this little orb floating around, and eventually like it enters his body. He gets up, and he enters into this tree house that they have, and there's a bunch of cult members just kneeling down, and there's like this shrine, and the little girl's head is at the top for some reason. I don't.
There's also the mother of the body of the grandma,
Body and the grandma,
and the body of the mom,
both headless,
bowing down. So one of the ritual that they have to have is they have to have 3 head decapitated, and the theory was the grandmother, the sister, and then the mom.
And then they basically just say "Hail Payman," and that's the end of the movie. No happy ending here.
It's hereditary, and what that means is it trickles down to your family line. So his family was always going to be a sacrifice to these demons, to be a host to them, and so it is a very disturbing,
heavy and disturbing, and just.
But it's so good. The writing is good.
It's shot really well, like really well.
The acting is superb. Like it is a great movie from that aspect. But we would recommend this at least one time watching it, but watch it
once
and on the daytime because
I watched it not.
So, what do you give this?
I'm giving
Worth watching.
Okay.
But a reluctant one because I will not watch this again.
I give this
Also worth watching.
I love this movie, not because I'm mentally crazy, but it's just the fact that I love horror movies.
You were excited that it was your type of horror movie.
Yes.
I get you.
Yes, I love it. So go check it out. It's great.
All right.
It's great.
Bye.